Hey everybody, this is Sergeant Dan with Palmetto Edge again, coming at you today with this one from Kizer. This is a real popular one with them. This is the Mini Sheepdog. Start out with, we'll do like I always do and start out with some size comparisons. So we got the Spyderco Paramilitary 2, the Benchmade 940 Osborne. As you can see with this, the Kizer, it's significantly shorter than those both, but it's got this cleaver style blade, so the blade's definitely taller than both of them. And last but not least, let's get the Kershaw blur in here, just so you can kind of get an idea of size on this thing. It is 154 cm steel. G10 handles, stainless steel liner lock. It is a flipper opener. It is right hand tip up carry only. This pocket clip is not movable from this spot. Has a polished finish on the blade. It is, let's see, I think I already mentioned it's 154 cm steel. The blade length, just so you can get an idea, blade length is 2.6 inches. So, you know, you can see that's, the pictures don't really do it justice. I didn't realize how small this knife was until I got it in my hand. Now that's not saying anything bad about it, but, you know, certainly, you know, in the pictures you see, as you can see, it's easy to get fingerprints and smudges all over that shiny blade there, but, you know, in the pictures, you can see that it's small, but you don't really get a good grasp on it until you get it in your hand, because, you know, you see a cleaver style blade, you expect it to be something a little big, and this one, in fact, like I said, is not. Let's see, I think I got one more over here that, yeah, I got the Spyderco Native 5 here, which is not exactly a big blade either. And you can see it's even bigger than this Kizer Sheepdog, Mini Sheepdog here. So, yeah, just get an idea of how truly small this knife actually is. The liners, see if I can get a good look at that for you. The liners, yeah, you can kind of see it there on one side here, are milled out to kind of help with the weight of this blade, all this steel here. Back to some more of the specs, though. Let's see, I said the blade length is 2.6 inches. Overall length is 5.7 inches. Let's see. Anything else I need to talk about as far as that stuff goes? Chinese made. Of course, you know, Kizer's a Chinese company, so, you know, no surprise with it being made in China on that one. Let's see. I think that's about it. So let's get into the nuts and bolts of this, the review here. This knife comes in 3 different color options. I got here the OD green one. It also comes with black and blue, and all of them have this blue bezel around the pivot here, which Kizer does that a lot. I think, you know, I can't say all their knives have that, but I know a whole lot of them do. I think that's a really cool thing. It's kind of like a sort of a maker's mark sort of deal, you know, with that. You know, you see that, you know it's a Kizer. Let's see. I picked the green on this one because I think it looks the coolest, especially with that blue bezel around there. If you get the blue scales, that blue around the blue bezel around that pivot there doesn't really stand out much. So, let's see. What all do I like about this knife? It's small. It is small, but if you can see, it fits. It fits in my hand. My pinky's kind of hanging off here, but, you know, I don't really need that. I can still get a good solid grip on this knife. It's not. It's fairly ergonomic, really. You know, I don't really get any hot spots on it. The steel, like I said earlier, is 154 cm, which is a perfectly fine steel. especially for the price point on this knife. It's right around $70. I think it's like $69 or whatever on Blade HQ. So, you know, $70. This knife came razor sharp. I was kind of surprised. I mean, you buy a knife, you expect it to be sharp, okay? But I didn't expect a cleaver style blade here to be as slicey as this one is. I was totally surprised at that. I mean, like I said, you get a knife, you expect it to be sharp, but with the blade style, I was surprised how easy it is to slice stuff. As far as the profile goes, when it's closed, it's a little fat this way. It's a little thick this way. You can see it's, you know, got the Kershaw blur here. It's, man, if it's not just as thick as it is, maybe it's just a little thicker than the blur. I can't, without getting some calipers, I can't tell. I'm trying to feel, and they feel about the same. So, you know, but then, you know, you got stuff like this. You got stuff like your Osborne that's, you know, obviously not as wide, not as thick of a profile as that. Does that bother me? No, not really. I know there's some people that it would. What you'll learn in watching my videos is I don't have a lot of complaints about the knives that I buy. I'll point stuff out, you know, just like that, like the thickness of this. I know there's some people that wouldn't like this, so I point it out. The action on it is smooth. It's not, you know, I've reviewed some other knives already, and I call it snappy because it's got a strong detent and it just wham flings open. That's not the case with this one. Detent's not very strong on this one, but you know, you can still push it lightly and it open, okay? But you can also push it lightly. Let's see if I can do it. Push it lightly and it not. So, you know, a good just medium strength push, snaps right open, okay? Locks open good. Lock up on it is actually really good. There we go. I think you can see it pretty good there. Yeah, lock up's great on this. Got no lock stick. Let's see. I guess my only complaint about this knife would be this pocket clip. This is just kind of a plain, whatever kind of pocket clip. It's strong, don't get me wrong. It does its job. It serves its purpose. The way it's made, with the way I can grip the knife, it doesn't create a hot spot. Okay, so, I mean, function-wise, it's it's great, but I think aesthetically they could have done something a little different. It just seems to kind of, I don't want to say make the knife ugly, but I think they could have done something that looked a little better than this. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. On knives like, we'll say like Benchmades, the maker's mark on them there, you know, you can see it, you can kind of feel it a little, but it's, you know, not that great. Something like, oh, I got a pile of knives on my table here to do reviews on. Like this ZT0393. The maker's mark on it there, I can't really feel that. You can see it clearly, of course, but can't really feel it. The ones on the Kizer here are quite literally etched. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, you can kind of see it. They're quite literally etched in there. You can feel it. I kind of like that. You know, that's a way of making sure that your mark doesn't wear off. Oh, what happened to my camera here? Sorry, y'all. Trying to straighten things out here. I get so excited and I wind up bumping it or something. And so let's see. Do I have any more complaints about it? Not really. So what do I use this knife for? I do not use this knife. I use it for EDC, but not EDC when I'm leaving home, not when I'm going out and about. You know, if I'm around the house here and I got on a pair of gym shorts or something like that, this goes in my pocket. because, like I said, it makes great cutter, great slicer. But I don't know. I've got other things that I like to carry for EDC when I go outside. And, you know, again, it's not knocking this blade in any way. It's just, I don't know, just a personal preference, I guess. Let's see, like I said earlier, it's right at $70. So at that price for what you get, am I glad I bought it? Yeah, absolutely. Would I buy it again? Meaning, you know, if something were to happen to this, would I replace it? Yeah, probably. No, let me change that. Yes, affirmatively, yes. It's a cool little knife. This is actually my first knife into the, I guess you could say, new world of Chinese knives. You know, back when I was younger, you know, you talk about a Chinese knife, you'd expect something you go to the flea market and pick up. That was the quality of Chinese knives you had at the time. But man, stuff like this sheds some light on you know, the new world of Chinese manufacturers to me, because this is a quality piece, and this is actually in their lower tier of knives for Kizer. You've got, you know, this is in their Vanguard series, so that's kind of like their more affordable, cost-efficient line of knives. So if you like this style of blade, if you want something small to carry around that's easy to open, cool looking, fun to play with, but still does the job, I definitely recommend you pick one of these up. You know, $69, you can't go wrong with that. You know, you see other, you know, quality cleaver style blades like this, and they're well above that price range. So for $69, $70, can't go wrong with this one. I recommend it, and yeah, great knife. So thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that great stuff on my videos, and there'll be more coming your way here shortly. Thanks, y'all. Have a good one.